when a bride tells her wheelchair-bound mother not to attend the wedding, despite the mother having paid for everything. She thinks it will spare her embarrassment. But what follows is a silent act of love that shakes the entire room. Will it be too late for her to realize the true meaning of being a mother? Before we dive into the story, don't forget to click subscribe and let us know in the comments which city you're watching from. When the email came, it was short. Too short. Hi, Mom, please don't come to the wedding. I don't want to embarrass myself in front of everyone. I hope you understand. Sandra blinked at the screen. The cursor pulsed at the end of the message like it was waiting for her to respond, to react. Her fingers hovered over the keyboard, trembling. It wasn't the first time she felt like she didn't belong in her daughter's life, but it was the first time Amelia had made it so painfully clear. The wedding was in 3 weeks. Sandra had paid the deposits, funded the dress, the venue, the flowers, and even the 3-tier cake, all from the money she'd saved while working from a wheelchair since the accident 10 years ago. She never told Amelia how many nights she went without dinner so her daughter could have a dream wedding. Now, her only child had disinvited her. Sandra didn't reply. Not yet. The days that followed passed in a blur. The wedding preparations went on. Amelia didn't reach out again. Sandra watched the updates unfold online. The cake tasting, the dress fitting, the floral samples. Amelia looked radiant, smiling beside her fiancé Tom. Sandra cried in private. In front of others, she smiled. Then the idea came to her. Not out of revenge, but out of grief, out of love, out of something deeper than either. If Amelia didn't want her mother at the wedding, she would still be there in the way that mattered. On the day of the wedding, the guests arrived at the grand hotel ballroom. White roses spilled from every corner. Soft music filled the space, and gold-rimmed glasses sparkled in the light. But one detail stood out. There was an empty chair in the front row, wrapped in a silk ribbon with a single rose on the seat and a card that read, "Reserved for the woman who gave her everything but was asked to give even her absence." Whispers rippled through the guest. Amelia, in her lace gown, saw it just before walking down the aisle, her breath caught. She glanced at Tom, whose face had turned pale. "Did you know about this?" she hissed. He shook his head. They proceeded with the ceremony. But Amelia's mind wasn't on the vows. It was on the chair, on her mother, on the silence where Sandra should have been sitting, smiling through tears. When the officiant said, "You may kiss the bride," the room clapped. But it felt muted to Amelia. The reception began. Champagne flowed. Speeches were made. Then the screen lit up. "Before we continue," said the host, the bride's mother left a message to be played. Amelia jumped up. "No, turn it off." But it was too late. The screen showed Sandra sitting in her living room, dressed in a soft blue blouse. Her hair was neatly brushed, her wheelchair decorated with tiny white ribbons. "Hello, everyone," she began, voice steady. "I know I was not invited to this beautiful day, and I respect my daughter's wishes, but I wanted to share a few words." Gasps filled the room. Amelia covered her face. "Amelia, when I found out I couldn't walk again, I feared it would change how the world saw me. I never imagined it would change how you saw me. I raised you with love, scraped money together so you could learn piano, attend summer camps, buy prom dresses. Every birthday, I prayed I could give you more." Sandra paused. Her voice caught, but she continued. "I gave you this wedding because I believed it would bring you joy. I didn't expect to thank you, but I didn't expect shame either." Silence blanketed the room. "I will always love you, even from a distance, even from an empty chair." The screen faded to black. No one spoke. The music didn't resume. Amelia stood frozen. Then slowly she walked out. It was raining when she reached her mother's home. Drops soaked her veil and streaked her mascara. She banged on the door. Sandra opened it. Surprised, tired, wary. "Mom," Amelia broke into sobs. "I was wrong. I was so wrong. I thought they would judge me. I didn't want pity. I didn't want whispers, but I forgot who gave me everything. I forgot who I am because of you." Sandra opened her arms. Amelia fell into them. No words could fix everything, not right away. But forgiveness doesn't always need perfection. A year later, Amelia gave birth to a daughter. She named her Hope. And Sandra held her grandchild in her arms, wheels still beneath her but heart full. Because some chairs may be empty for a day, but a mother's love never is.